I love your attitude. You're one of the only other people that is as happy as I am consistently by default. But I think that's the funny thing is that when I started getting into business, I thought feelings were negated. So I'm trying to get in touch for a female, not so in touch with my feelings, been working on this for a ridiculous long time. Funny thing is when I started doing these interviews, over and over and over again, people are talking about their feelings. And I was like, what does that matter? But it really does. Because like you said, on an up day, we make different decisions than on a down day.
Right.
And so how, number one, do we figure out what day to do what? Or what season of your business to do what? I feel like that's where the sweet spot is of people trying to figure out this whole rigmarole of business.
I'm going to answer that by saying if you're making a decision because you're reacting to something, it's usually a really bad decision. If you are making a decision because you are planning something or planting something, or if you are just watering a seed that happened a long time ago, that's usually a good thing. So it's kind of silly, but practical example, you and I both run successful podcasts, right? How many people in the last year were like, I'm going to start a podcast because I see everybody else starting a podcast?
Oh my gosh, I get so many emails. Yes. And I'm like, wait, let me say this story because I feel like this is extremely important at this moment. One of my mentors, futurist, amazing, I just had him on my show, was like, Jaime, I want to start a podcast. And I go, who's your audience? And he goes, Fortune 100 CEOs. And I go, do they listen to podcasts? And he said, no. And I'm like, okay, thanks. He's like, okay, there was a 2-minute conversation. Done, right? Sorry, continue.
And I had a conversation with Jordan Harbinger, who runs an even more successful podcast. And I said, what's the secret to your podcasting success? He said, start in 2008. That is the secret to my success.
Darn it, man. We hate you, Jordan. No, I get it. Really. I get it.
Yeah. So if you are reacting to something or chasing an opportunity and you're not willing to commit a year of suckitude to that commitment, then you're probably reacting to something. If we look at YouTube channels, businesses, Amazon products, retail stores, everything has some sort of a timeline, usually 12 months or more, of proving the concept before it's successful. So are you willing to do that? Are you willing to either plan or water that seed that you planted? If you're reacting, you're operating through the croc brain. You're reacting.
But there's going to be amazingness when we're there. One of the reasons why I'm really excited, though, is Peter Diamandis, because he talks about the future of technology and where we're moving. And I know you like that, too. So let's tell, especially the business owners that sort of aren't in this world of really paying attention to this. Tell us a little bit more about that. We've done this a little bit before with you on the show and a couple other people. But I want to revel in the excitingness of what is coming in the future. So give us your enlightenment.
Yeah, I think the 9-to-5 job has been disrupted at this point. I like to call it a dinosaur. It is basically going away. And what we have done is we've freed up all this creative output that is now we're starting to see the results of. We're starting to see it through the maturation of the internet. We're starting to see it through virtual reality. We're starting to see it through the sharing economy. Like this whole idea, one of the reasons why I just don't trust government to get anything done or to do anything is because they're making decisions based on their pattern of the world by like individuals. When we think of government decisions, those are individuals making decisions on their pattern of the world that's out of touch with us, out of touch with entrepreneurs, out of touch with the next generations, our kids. And we're starting to see that mature. I think we tend to discount. We talk a lot about what that's going to destroy or what jobs are going to be automated as a result. I think what we miss is all the new abundance that is going to be created that we can't even see right now. Like when we look at virtual reality, do you have any idea how many businesses are going to be spawned and grown as the result of virtual reality? It's going to be ridiculous. Can you imagine, like at some point, I'll be able to sell virtual reality tickets to Freedom Fastlane Live. Like you can come meet Peter Diamandis and myself and go on a date with Jaime through virtual reality rather than actual coming to the event. What does that do to the cost of the event? What does that do for your experience to be able to stay there and still meet somebody almost face to face? Like the amount of abundance that happens as the result of that type of technology is incredible. And the people who drive that are entrepreneurs. So there's no reason to be afraid of it because the entire purpose of capitalism is to solve problems and make money in the process.